Hello, my lovelies. You are filled with love and light because you are so freaking amazing. I love you so much. I hope you're all good. I just need to say, probably I'm just trying to tell myself, is not to overthink everything. Like, you can go a bit crazy, like, especially in the spiritual community, you can be like, oh, there is no time because everything is now, and like, it's just so we're trying to be really specific on everything, and you really can't because there's so many different ideas, theories, interests, belief systems, and pretty much what it is it's easier sometimes when you're living in this reality to talk about timelines, because some people will say, well, there is no timelines because there is no time. But the thing is, we are living in this reality, this earthly construct, where we have created what we call time and timelines. So it's like a sequence of events. So we're going through linear time or sequential time. So every single possibility, opportunity, potentiality within the quantum field is there for us. So timelines are kind of like a ladder where you're building, you keep going up your ladder, or you go down your ladder, or you can build your ladder to go out the side, or you can build your ladder to go out that side. So each time block is like a movie scene. So you could say it's not really time. Like, when you think about it, we're all in our own time, because like, you guys could be, if you're not in New Zealand, you're not in the same time zone as me. You could even be, it could be yesterday for you, so how can I be in your future? It's tomorrow for me. Like, it doesn't make sense. So yes, there isn't time in a way where it's set, like, it's all relative to where you are. And also, what it's like, they say time flies when you're having fun, and it's so true. It does go extra fast, and it is speeding up as well as our frequencies speed up and our frequencies rise to a more expanded consciousness. It's kind of like I've said before, the hummingbird's wings. It's going, like, we're oscillating faster, which means time speeds up. So yeah, it's very hard to describe timelines when there is no time, but it's just easier to say timeline. Then people can see it's like a frequency line. You could call it a frequency line, but if you're talking to other people that don't really understand, it's easier just to say, a timeline, and if you look at, I've talked before about Loki, that Loki has all these, the Marvel TV show, Loki has all these timelines branching off. So they're just kind of possibilities and potentialities of where you could go. So it's not really a timeline, it's just a potentiality. And then sometimes you can really see the momentum and the trajectory of a frequency. So you could say a timeline. You could pretty much lock in that is that is probably a definite of what's going to happen, but it's still hard to say what exact time it is going to happen, because there's so many free will factors and other factors that come into play. So yeah, we don't want to get too caught up and go crazy and say, oh, there's no timelines because everything is now. And I remember commenting on probably on people's Instagrams, just saying, yeah, everything is now, like, and I still do that. Yes, let's be in the now. But it's more, you could say timelines are more, there's more event markers rather than time markers, because time, like even history can change. And I said to an older, I shouldn't say older, what do you say? Yes, older person. I said to an older person the other day, history has changed. And they were like, don't be ridiculous, dear. History cannot change. I'm just like, well, it kind of does, because when we awaken to new truths, it means that the old is, that doesn't make sense anymore, you know. So it has changed because it wasn't the real truth in the beginning, so it wasn't even real. So you can just go a bit nutty, can't you, overthinking it all. So yeah, I just wanted to say, just try to just enjoy and flow with it, because we can get so caught up in the right words and this is how it is and this is how it's not, but it really doesn't make sense when you're trying to explain everything in the earthly realm. You know, like you have to go out of earth and expand your consciousness to really be able to explain everything. But when you're in the earth reality, it is easier to talk about timelines instead of frequency lines, or you know, an event marker. It's just, yeah, easier to put a time on it. But basically you're just like, it's just building blocks of, I'm going to go, I could end up going this way or that way, but the way we see it is kind of in linear time, because these calendars have been created and the clocks have been created, and the time, the dimensional space of time has been created. Yeah, and it is a really fun thing to have time. So just enjoy that experience of time, because when you have time, you really see your sequence of events. So you see how something led up to the next thing. So you can kind of see what results you get out of your creations or your reactions, or what you've been doing over time. Whereas if you're beyond time, it's very hard to see your creations, you know, like from start to finish, because without time, you don't have that exact starting point and finishing point, and the whole of the in between. So the journey is quite different when you're living in a space-time reality like this one. You're going from A to B to C to D to E to F to G, but if you're out of time, you can go from A straight to Z, but then you can come back to H, or you can go to T, or you know, you can go to different points, different event markers, which actually sounds like quite hard work, doesn't it, really? You're all over the show. That's where the multi-dimensional aspects come in, and this is what's happening to us at the moment. Our multi-dimensional aspects are coming in, so we are here, there, everywhere. That's when we talk about multitasking, and you know, it is can be a struggle some days, multitasking on earth. It can be a struggle to focus when especially when you're bringing in your higher self, your higher fractals and aspects of your soul. You're bringing in everything and trying to do everything at once. Just have fun and flow with it all. Frequencies are still going to continue to rise, so that means time is going to go a little bit weird and wacky. So that's okay. I have heard quite a lot of people, including myself, have missed appointments, like an appointment that hasn't even been there. My parents just went and met their friend the other day, but their friend ended up at a different cafe. It was, you know, stuff like that never normally happened to them, or things like that have been happening to me. So try not to get angry or frustrated if your friend forgets something, or your partner forgets something, or things have changed. You know, like people fight, they end up in taught about something, but they may have seen one truth, and then the other person might have seen something different, but it was their truth because they're both right. That's when you start to get to the Mandela effect. It's just people accessing different frequency lines, so different timelines or different possible dimensional spaces within their consciousness bubble. So yeah, everyone's having they've got the whole universe within them. So they're having their little consciousness bubble experience. We're having our consciousness bubble experience. We're all trying to merge together and play the game. But yeah, at the moment we're kind of there's so many possibilities and opportunities and potentialities, and at the same time they're all kind of merging together as one. Yeah, it's getting a bit weird. So hang in there. I am sending you so much love and good vibes, and yeah, let me know if you've had any weird like Mandela effects or weird time things, or you missed an appointment, or yeah, you've just seen a shift in the timeline, or you've had a quantum leap where you have just shifted into a new potentiality, a new opportunity. So yeah, let me know what's been going on with you guys, and thank you so much for joining me, and I will see you guys in the True Earth, New Earth, Awakened Earth, 5th dimension frequencies. Have fun. See you guys soon. Bye.